Hey, welcome back to Terry's Model Rod Shop. It's been a busy summer and I haven't had time to make a lot of videos, but we're going to start this new 66 Pontiac GTO by Revell. We're going to do start to finish. I'm going to cover what materials you use today, and we're going to open the box and take a look at it. And I'm going to do some aftermarket, some resin, some photo etch, but nothing too crazy that nobody can do with a little bit of patience and practice. So we'll start with the glue. You got Tamiya ultra thin, extra thin cement, Plastruct, super glue, and accelerator. Then I have some Bondo glazing putty, but I just use that for little small imperfections. Regular needle nose pliers. These are photo etch scissors, sprue cutters, razor blades with extra blades with your X-Acto knife, drill bits, tweezers, paint brushes, different types of paint brushes, and you got some scratch building stuff here too. Broad, I have all kinds of it, but the Molito liquid chrome. Here's some photo etch engine brackets I'm going to use on this build. Here's a set of aftermarket wheels. Here is the wrapping wire I use for spark plug wires. It comes in all different colors. Bare metal full. Then you got your Tamiya paint and your testers, and then little pieces of sandpaper, your Dremel tool, and then the paint I'm going to use on this is Duplicolor Perfect Match. It's going to be a two-tone. I'm going to show you how I do two-tone paint jobs, and then of course the primer. So let's get this box opened and take a look at the car. Okay folks, now that I got my table cleaned off, as you can see where I can actually do something, we'll open up this kit and take a look. I've never seen one of these. I've never owned one, so it's going to be all new to me. So what you want to do is open it up, check everything out, kind of look at the body, see if it looks warped or anything, and then get the directions out. That's the first thing I do, is get the directions out. Kind of look over the decal, see if there's any cool stuff like the gauge faces there. That's kind of cool. That really helps. Then you just want to skim through the directions real quick and just look them over. See if there's anything that needs glued together. That, like the seats here, we're going to glue those together, and then we can start assembly. So the first thing you want to do is open the bags, make sure all the parts are, check and make sure all the parts are there. I mean, the body looks clean. Check for mold lines. Just kind of look it over. Which I was going to shave the door handles, and this doesn't have door handles, so that makes my job a lot easier. This is going to be a quick, easy build, it looks like. So you get all your parts laid out, just kind of look at them. That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping it would have a separate frame and floorboard, but that's all right. So you just kind of look at everything. And then what you want to do on your seats, if you're going to glue them together, take your sprue cutter and find your directions, and all your parts are coordinated with a part number, which if you've got this far you probably know that. And right here, 25 and 24, and your part numbers are on your trees right here, 25 and 24. So what you want to do, you want to cut them off with your sprue cutter if you have one. If not, a razor blade will work. And then trim up your areas where you cut it off. And always use a sharp blade, because a dull blade will cut you quicker than a sharp one. And then you want to test fit your parts, which they fit okay. So once you got your parts held together, take your Tamiya cement, make sure you can open it, and you hold your parts together, and just run you a bead right down the part where the two parts come together. Give it a couple seconds and it'll be dry, and do the same thing on the other side. And then this will be the most basic thing we do on this. Now after this, we're going to get into more detailed stuff, fitting aftermarket wheels, scratch building, little minor stuff, but nothing out of the hands of an average builder's got a couple models under their belt. All there is to it this week, and next week we will start trying to fit some resin parts that I've made and the aftermarket wheels, and we'll try to get this project rolling, and maybe we'll learn something, and see you next week.